Hey, folks, it's me, your old. You don't want to make an embarrassment of yourself, but when you old Hank Schlitz, it's just not possible. All right, it's an embarrassing life I lead, and I'm trying to, try to coordinate. I try to go like, hey, it's me, but I fucked it up. I fucked it up, folks. Whatever. I'm not gonna do it over. There's no way. I'm not wasting my time editing this and making myself look fine. I'm not trying to make myself look good. All right. There's a lot of people in this world that all they want to do is make themselves look good. They use you to make themselves look good, but I'm not trying to do that. I am freely giving myself away so that you can know the God's honest truth, the harsh, ugly truths of this world, particularly when it comes to games that came out in 1995 like Full Throttle, because that's what the Game Cop is talking about today. I'm talking about a game called Full Throttle. Full Throttle. Full Throttle. There we go. Yeah, I said it. Okay, so what's this game? It's I want to like things. I want to believe that things are good, but most of the time when I do, it's just not. It's just a big ball of shit, and that's I wouldn't say that Full Throttle's quite a big ball of shit, but it's basically shit, and you shouldn't play it. And I thought I was done expectorating when I began this, but I'm as old as Hank Schlitz ain't ever done expectorating, folks. It's an ugly, disgusting life I lead. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Just keep hacking and hacking and hacking and hope that it gets out, even though you know it never will. It's a pretty good metaphor for life. Keep hacking out that goo, hoping that the next one will be your last, and knowing that it never will. All right, that's put that on my tombstone, because that's the way that I know that's what I've learned life to be. That's all it is. All right, you get disappointed. You hope that things are going to be good, and you listen to others, and you get fucked in the ass. And that's what I got here. I've been hearing that Full Throttle is a great game for years and years and years. I like the games that this other fucking guy, Tim Schafer, has made. I like Grim Fandango. I like Day of the Tentacle. I like Secret of Monkey Island. I like clicking around and figuring out ways that I can use a chicken and a rope and a pack of playing cards to help me get into a coliseum. All right, you're always solving these weird fucking puzzles in these games. They tend to not make a whole lot of sense, but they make some sort of like internal logic or whatever. It's a lot of people complain about that with these games, and that's not my complaint with Full Throttle. We should have taken a little bit more time with its game, because that's the thing, is that it doesn't take much time with anything. In the beginning, you have a whole lot of stuff to do, and it's kind of difficult. It's like, well, how do I get this thing? Well, you have to get this item and unpick this lock and distract this guy and grab this thing. But later on in the game, it just seems like it's like the first thing you got to do is the thing you got to do, and that's the main problem with it. It doesn't have variety. It just has it all feels very rushed. It all feels very rushed, and I'll get to what I'm talking about in a second. So Full Throttle, what is it? It's a game that came out in 1995. We're a little late to the party here, folks, but old Hank Schlitz's never been one to really be on the most up and up. All right, I'm not out there hip-hop dancing with all the kids, all right? I don't know what's cool. I don't know what's fresh. I don't really give much of a flying fuck what you fucking retards and degenerates think is good, all right? You're all a bunch of fucking monkey maniacs in my head, and you clearly don't know what's good, because if you're saying that this thing is good, let me tell you, folks, you got a lot more Aristotle to read before you figure out the ins and outs and the specifics of what is a good thing and what is not a good thing. I was trying to make a square with my hand. Obviously, if you didn't see what this is and what that's supposed to look like, then you're a fool. You're God's fool, all right? The ultimate fool. Anyway, but I'm tired of being a fool and thinking that things are good when they're clearly not. But what's going on in Full Throttle? What's going on in Full Throttle? You're a motorcycle man. You're going around trying to reclaim the honor of your motorcycle gang who's been implicated in the murder of this guy who is the head of the only motorcycle company left in the world. Everything's all flying cars and cops with laser guns and whatnot. But that's basically all you're gonna get. One of the problems with Full Throttle is, like, unlike other games by this fucker, like Grim Fandango takes place in the Mexican Lane of the Dead. That's pretty weird, but it does a good job of saying this is what these people are and this is how these people got here, and it kind of gives you a little roadmap of heaven and lets you know what's going on. Full Throttle just kind of drops you in. It's like, yeah, there's all these elements that you've seen in movies like Mad Max and The Terminator and whatnot, and we're just gonna kind of throw it all in a pot and hope that it looks cool to you, because they never really explain what these fucking guys are doing here or what the point of them is, and then they just go away and the story moves on. That's the main thing I got with this game, is that it seems like all the first ideas were the only ideas that they went with, and they didn't have anything else to do. And it's like, why did you make this game if you didn't have any fucking ideas and you only came up with like one thing to do? Like, I don't understand. You know, like, it's in most of these games you have to go through all these obtuse hoops and ladders and whatnot to get all the things. But in Full Throttle, it's typically like you go there and you do the thing, and it's like the first thing you do. And it's I'm trying to think of an example. Like, okay, like in the game, like there's this one point we have to go and get a ramp. All right, you have to go get a ramp from these fucking Tuscan Raiders on motorcycle bikes. Another thing that's like, where do these guys come from? What's their history? How come they are going like, ooh, titty, instead of speaking English, and they're riding around on fucking things that look like they're straight out of Akira? It's like, no explanation. There's one part where you get to the secret layer because you have to go and get a ramp from them, and I'm thinking, oh, we're gonna go in there, we're gonna learn about these fucks, we're gonna get to the center of this maze. But no, you just get there and there's he's literally looks at the entrance to the lair and is like, that looks pretty crazy. But the ramp's just sitting there, so I'm just going to go ahead and grab it. It's like, okay, well, yeah, here's this potentially cool idea, and you're just like, nope, we're not going to go there. No need. It's right here, so we're fine. And then we go grab the ramp, and you go and you get it. So that's one thing. And then the other thing is that these puzzles don't really make any kind of sense at all. And the game doesn't do anything to tell you what's going on or what you're supposed to be doing. And, you know, that's a common complaint in these games. Like, I remember in Secret of Monkey Island, we have to use a chicken as a whatchamacallit? A zip line, yeah. And I was like, okay, sure, a chicken's a zip line, whatever. Like, but every single thing in this game is like that, where you look at it and you're like, okay, fine, I guess that could be used for that. I don't know. It's even stranger because this game doesn't really give you a lot of items to use. It doesn't give you too many options. That's the thing. Every time you go in a room, there's like one thing to touch, one thing to look at. A lot of the times in these games, that's half the fun. It's just clicking on all the crap and saying, ooh, what's this? What's this guy going to say about this thing? What's this guy going to say about this thing? But nope, not in this game. It's just like, you got this gruff biker guy, which I get he's like he's the main character, but you know, a lot of the time the personality of these characters comes through when you're clicking on things and whatnot, but that's not really going on in this game. He's just kind of like, yeah, that's a picture. Yeah, bridge is out. And every now and then it's kind of funny, but it's like, why did you make your main character this strong silent type if these games are mostly, the main strength of them is the commentary and the jokes and whatnot? This game barely has any jokes in it. It just has all these concepts that are loosely connected and they never get brought up again. Like, there's one part where you have to get gas from cops, and these cops are like flying around on bikes and they're like super cops. Like, it's like, oh, these guys are... There's some serious shit, but they never show up again. There's nothing else going on with these guys. Don't worry. They're not going to be a problem. And it just, everything happens immediately. You go to the place and it happens. You go to the place and it happens. You could beat this game in like 15 fucking minutes. And the plot just goes everywhere you would expect it to. The good guys are all good. The bad guys are all purely bad. There's no depth to their character. Everyone's just exactly who they'd appear to be on the surface. And I don't even know what's so great about this. There's no personality going on here. There's only just a bunch of awful game mechanics that typically aren't employed in adventure games, and for a reason, like car combat and whatnot. You have to fight people on motorcycles in this. And if you've ever played something like Day of the Tentacle, you can imagine how silly and dumb and unintuitive that is. It's just, I don't know why someone thought that this was what adventure games were missing, was motorcycle combat. It just doesn't add anything to it. Not at all. It does the common problem of telling and not showing. You go, no, get out of the frame. You need to stop ruining my shots, all right? Anyway, the bike, like there's one part towards the end where you're like, okay, well, we got to go get the guys out of jail. And I think, okay, well, we got to go bust the guys out. And this would be kind of interesting because the guy's the leader of a motorcycle gang. And I haven't got to meet any of the guys in the motorcycle gang. I'd like to know what makes this guy a leader. What is his relationship with these guys? Because I haven't really gotten a good sense of this character throughout the rest of the game. But nope, they're just like, yep, they got out of the jail. It's all good. Oh, we got to go to a board meeting. We got to figure out how to talk to these CEOs and whatnot. Oh, that's going to be a real pickle. Oh, we did it. It's fine. We didn't actually have to do anything. It's like towards the end of the game, in the beginning, it's like you got to go here and here and here and here and here just to get a can of gas. And it seems like they spent like 5 6 months on the first part of the game, and then they're like, hey, it looks pretty good, right? And like, yeah, it looks pretty good. How's the rest of the game going? Haven't worked on it yet. Well, you do realize it has to be done in 2 weeks. Okay. And then they just kind of rammed it all in there, just crammed the rest of the game in without any of the finesse, without any of these auxiliary elements that give the game charm and personality. This game just doesn't have any of it. It's just a bunch of shit happening for no reason. That's what Full Throttle is. I don't know what makes that special. I played games like the Are You Afraid of the Dark game and whatnot that had more of an intricate plot than this. Adventure games were a dime a dozen in 1995. And just because it's got like some cute cartoons and animation and it doesn't make it make it good. I think that people thought this game was innovative back in the day, and it just has not aged well. And I think anyone that's given it an 8.5 or a 10 point whatever nowadays is just lying or coasting off of their past memories. You're all lying when you're making these game reviews and you know it. So I need to tell you what's true. Everyone's saying it's 8 whatever, 7.6. It's a pile of crap. It's negative numbers. Don't play Full Throttle. The only reason to go there is you can get everything you need to know about Full Throttle from looking at the fucking box art or looking at the images on Google search. That's all you got to do. Just look up Full Throttle. Look up the images. There's literally nothing else to it. It's just a bunch of fucking neat looking pictures. And that's all they did. They drew a sketch and they're like, we should build a game around this. And then they didn't do the rest. And that's Full Throttle. All right, you got the straight poop from the Game Cop. I'm going to go take a shower because I'm sweating. I'm schwitzing like a motherfucker. All right, I can smell my own stink coming off me like a rotten turkey. Ugh, I'm so gross. But that's what you deserve. You deserve the stink and the mucus and the foulness of the real world. And that's what you're going to get. The truth from me, Hank Schlitz, the Game Cop. I'll talk to you next time, folks. Bye-bye, Game Cop.